Hi guys, in this video we will be working on our React application. But before moving to React, let's add concurrently here to run our server and front-end application at the same time. So for that we will install it as dev dependency. Okay, so let's call it dev and concurrently it will be npm run server. And let's escape the backcodes, and after that we also want to run the client side application. So npm start dash prefix client, because this is the name of the folder. Let's try it out. Npm run dev. So server is connected, and now our development server of React is also starting. Actually, there is one more package we will need to install in backend, which will be course, to avoid the course error in front end. Npm I course. So in our index.js file, let's require course. And here before body parser, let's add app.use course. That's it. Now in the client side, first of all let's add a proxy. So that we don't have to write an http localhost 5000 again and again. So in our app.js we have three routes: register, login and home page. Let's start with the register route. So this is just a form, three fields: name, email, password, and then a button for registration and login route, link to login, and this is coming from React router DOM. Okay, so let's create a state to hold values. For that we will bring use state from React, and after that data set data equals to use state. So the fields will be name, empty string, email, password, let's add these values here. First of all let's destructure these. Name, email, password from data. So the value will be name here, and we will also have to add on change to capture any changes when the user types, and this will be a function we will call it handle change. name, this will be email, and the last one will be password. Okay, so let's create handle change here. Spread out the all the values, and then we will grab the values by name. So for that, in this it will be name, and then email, and the last one password. So it will be e.target.name, e.target.value. Now let's bring on Axios, because we are going to make post request, and let's add function reference here. On click will be handle submit. Let's prevent the default form behavior of submission, e.prevent default. Let's add try catch and make it async. So the request will be on axios.post/auth/register, and then we will provide the data. After that, headers, which in our case are application JSON. Let's just console log error. So if this registration is successful, then redirect user to login page. So here we will say props dot history dot push, and the page will be login page. Let's try it. We already have test user here. Let's delete this one here. I think there is some problem. Let's restart our server. Okay, let's see our database. We have successfully registered the user. Let's move on to the login part. Email and password. Let's destructure these values. This should be email. Now we'll add handle change. And here login, I will call it handle submit. Let's prevent the default behavior and import Axios here. Let's make an async await, and the request will be on route /auth/login, and our data will be email and password. Headers will be content type application JSON. So here, in case of successful login, we will have to set the token in our local storage. So let's add it constant res, and here we will say local storage dot set item. We will call it token, and the value will be res dot data, and there will be a res dot data dot token. And after that we will navigate to home URL. props.history.push/. Actually, let's add error also. First of all, it will be none. And in case of error, we will set data, and error will be in error.response.data, and then the property error. This is coming from our backend, and this is provided by Axios. Okay, so if there is an error, then let's just display it here. So if there is an error, we will display it here, otherwise null. So the same thing for register route. In case of error, set data, error will be error.response.data.error. This bootstrap class text danger to make the font in red. So before making any request, let's set the error back to null, otherwise it will be constantly displaying. The same thing for login route. Okay, let's try it out. error is not defined registered. So this is our local storage. Let's test. So we have successfully logged in, and here is the token. Alright, now in our home page, here we will make request to our only protected route, which was this one, where we are getting back the user. So let's go to home. Let's add use state also and import xuse. State will be user, set user. At first it will be null. Okay, so let's make request. Xuse dot, it will be the get request, and the URL is /auth, only /auth. Here we will have to provide our token. So we'll say headers authorization, and here I am going with template literals, bearer, and local storage dot get item token. So this is the same format we followed in Postman: bearer, then space, then our token. In this case we are getting it from our local storage, and when we get back the response, let's set it in our state res.data, and we will call this function every time this home component mount. So we will call it in use effect. And let's print out the username here. Welcome user has user dot name username. Let's see. Okay, so welcome our username. Now let's add login logout functionality. So for that we will have to define a function. This will clear token from local storage and redirect user to login page. So for token clearance we will say local storage dot remove item token, and after that let's get props here, and props dot history dot push /login. We will call it on button press. And here let's write a condition: if there is no token, then always redirects to login. If not, local storage not get item token, then the same thing will happen. So right now we have token in local storage and we are here at our home route. Let's log out. Now we are at login. Let's try to go to login, so it redirects it back to login. Okay, so I guess our React side is also completed. In the next video we will work on deployment.